Tell me why I just caught a glimpse of myself in the camera. And my hair is crazy. I fell asleep with my little clips in last night. Like, I know I just woke up, but I'm not trying to look this disheveled. Well, we started off the morning in the living room. I just made a little Trader Joe's Greek yogurt with some granola on top. This is gonna be like my breakfast. I had fully intended to head out to the gym today, actually hit the tailors as well, but I woke up to it snowing and then now it's raining. So I don't really feel like walking 30 minutes in the rain and the slush just to have a workout. I'm just gonna enjoy a slower morning. Got my little breakfast. I still have my coffee. I'm actually pacing myself today. In all reality, I really just have crocheting on my schedule. I started a new whip, so I might work on that. And I also need to start a new whip. So it might look like a really lazy day today, but that's okay. Well, it's officially Valentine's Day. We've had a pretty slow start to the morning. I mean, look at this girl. Sleepy, cuddle mode. Happy Valentine's Day to my lover girl. I think I kind of want to like get out of the house. And for like the past few weeks, I've really been wanting to treat myself. So I think, you know, I'm gonna get myself a little Valentine's Day gift. A lot of times I kind of like hold back, but you know what? Life is short and I just want to spoil myself. So in a little bit, I am gonna leave the house and hit up a yarn store. Speaking of treating myself though, this morning I woke up to some Happy Mail. I decided to pick out some new Ana Luisa pieces. And if you guys are like new here to my channel, let me do a quick introduction, okay? Ana Luisa is pretty much everything that I wear for my jewelry. I've been wearing their pieces for years, not to mention they're also a very highly sustainable brand. Now, of course, I had to pick out a few different rings because I am a ring girly through and through. So the first piece I picked out is actually the Rope Bold. Funny enough, I'm currently wearing the Rope Slim, but I thought, you know, let's do a little side-by-side comparison. So this one right here is the Slim and this is my new Bold. Lately, I've really been getting into like chunkier jewelry and I feel like the more that the rings cover my fingers, I don't know, just the more I like it. So this is the first new piece. And then this second one is one that I'm really excited about. Also, not to mention, I freaking love their packaging. A lot of the times my pieces come in these like magnetic cloth, reusable like little pockets. So if you guys have other jewelry, you could reuse this over and over. And honestly, it's super cute. You could also throw like darning needles in there, buttons, honestly, anything that you want to like keep secure. Now this is the Stevie ring. And what I love about it is the fact that it has a very like asymmetrical shape. It's not a perfect like circular band, but it just has enough of like an imperfect shape to it. So this is like the shape of it. Can you guys see that? So I moved the Stevie ring over here so that can kind of complement this black ring, and then I have the Bold Rope ring over here on this hand. So I love that. If you guys are interested in shopping any of these Ana Luisa pieces, you can get 10% off your first order. So I'll leave the link for that down below in the description. But thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring me, sponsoring this channel year after year. Genuinely love these pieces, and obviously like I never take these off. I'm in the middle of preparing a breakfast, but late last night I actually had a Grubhub order placed because there are some Japanese foods that I have really been craving. And you know, since we moved out of California, we don't have access to like a lot of the Japanese foods. Our neighbors who actually live like down the street from us told us about this Asian market that's like relatively close to our house. So I have been prepping. This is called natto, if you guys have never heard of it before. It's technically like a fermented soybean. For those of you who haven't grown up with this and didn't eat this as a kid, most likely you probably not gonna like it. It is a very specific flavor, but because I grew up with it, I love this stuff. So I just kind of prepped it. I put in like all the sauces, and this is optional, but it's something that my mom actually taught me. I'm gonna crack this raw egg and then mix everything together. I also heated up, this is just like jasmine rice. Please don't say anything mean about this dish. I've actually been missing this so much. I feel like this is something that I should have done weeks ago when I was kind of like at the beginning of my rut. In all reality, it's more like month and a half to 2 months, but something so small like treating myself to, I don't know, like childhood dishes, I feel like could really feed my soul, could really like heal my heart. And I don't know, it's the small things like having a yummy little dish for yourself. But if you guys have never tried natto before, don't knock it. I would definitely say if you have like a market by you, pick up a pack, try one. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it again. But it's a really great source of protein. Pour it over. I'm just gonna enjoy my little dish in the kitchen. I'm like already excited. All right, first bite together. You hear me say yum and you come running. I really want to start off this year with this big project that I've had planned. I reached out to Hobie several weeks back with this really fun idea of crocheting a coat, like a full length winter coat. And they said, yeah, they said they'd send me the yarn for it. So we're gonna pop these open. I'm gonna show you guys what I've got inside and kind of, you know, how I want it to look. All right, so I just opened up bag number 1, and the first fiber of choice is the Hobie Tea Time, listed as a number 4 medium, but it's more lightweight than the XL. So honestly, for me, this is a really gorgeous colorway because I want to implement brighter pops of like mohair into this fiber. All right, now bear with me because we have a few different fibers and a lot of different colors. My vision is to use this tea time. Okay, we've got these deeper colors. And what I want to do essentially is double strand my yarn at all times. So I picked out two or three different colorways in the Hobie Winter Glow Solid. It's an acrylic wool fiber. So some sections I'll have this lighter color with this yarn. And then when I feel like it, I'll switch out to this deeper shade of the Winter Glow Solid. And then at certain sections, okay, not all sections, what I also want to do is triple strand with some mohair. I thought that using the Friends Kids Silk would be a really fun way to add like little pops of color throughout the project without it becoming too overwhelming. Now, I'm not aiming for like Joseph's Technicolor raincoat. Okay, I don't want like really thick, bold stripes of color. I thought that with the Friends Kids Silk, because this is a number 0 lace weight, it's so thin, but it's fluffy enough that like it'll kind of give more so a glow of color rather than like saturated thick fiber, if you guys understand what I'm saying. What else? I picked out honestly a bunch of different shades in the Friends Kids Silk. I also have this really gorgeous like golden poppy kind of sunflower. Again, we have that pink. I also picked out this more like petrol ocean blue. Oh my gosh, I love this one. This is more of like a chartreuse, kind of like a limey green. I think this will be really fun. You know, just a few little sections with different colors. That is the really fun yarn haul. I know I have a lot going on here. Oh, I think I picked out a third shade as well with the Winter Glow. As I start to figure out more how I want this project to look, I will update you guys. I am excited though. I think this project is gonna bring me back to life. It's gonna give me like a new purpose. The things we do for love. It's raining. It's literally drizzling. It's wet everywhere. There's slush on the ground. But the girlie needs her walk. And honestly, as cold as it is, I could also use the fresh air, so. And the lake is frozen over. Just got to the gym. Could feel my blood pressure drop like immediately, so I'm snacking on a little protein bar. Anyone else who has glucose issues, I feel you. Second glucose drops, it's like lightheaded, dizzy. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. It's okay, I'm still gonna have a good workout. Just got back home from the gym. I have Suki Girl here because I have a sandwich. Picked this up from one of my favorite cafes. It's a chain, it's called Tate, but freaking love them. I got a turkey BLAT. Look at this. Look at this. So I'm gonna eat this. I'm actually watching Home Improvement. You guys are sitting on top of my matcha latte. Let's take a bite. Pizza's here. Hey! For my last night alone with Suki, I decided to order me, one of my favorite pizza spots. This is Regina Pizzeria. There was a moment where I kind of debated going for the 10-inch pizza because it's just me, but leftovers, and then I'm sure Jordan's gonna want some when he gets home tomorrow too. So without further ado, look at this. Is this not delicious? Oh my God, that smells so good. And of course I had to get myself a Coke because pizza and Coke. I wish I could have gotten some ranch or something with this because big ranch pizza girl, but I've noticed that it's not really a thing over here on the East Coast, at least not in Boston. I've noticed that every single time we order, whether it's from this spot or multiple other pizza spots, there's never a ranch option. And nobody ever has ranch. But I'm just gonna go sit. I have a movie on Netflix, so we're gonna chill out. I'm gonna carb load.
So casually keep diving into concrete. So bittersweet. Keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me? Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. You know, sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some part.
Okay, I know it doesn't look like too much, but I feel pretty proud of the amount of work I've gotten done so far on this project. Now, again, I am planning on making a coat. So it's a pretty long panel. Essentially, I just measured from the top of my shoulders down to where I want it to end, which was about like 36 inches, give or take. And then I'm working with extended half double crochets across this panel. Now, all in all, it's very basic and very simple. So I have been double stranding with the Tea Time. This is the DK weight, and then I have the Winter Glow Solid. So I always have these two yarns on my hook, but every now and then, just like occasionally, I will throw on a third strand of yarn. And I've been using the Friends Kid Silk just because it's a really, really thin weight of yarn. So it's not really gonna change the gauge or the density of the coat too much. It's kind of just gonna add like that little pop of color. And honestly, I've been having a lot of fun. So when I first started the panel, I decided to do a really good chunk here with this like light baby blue shade. And initially I was kind of like concerned that I wouldn't add enough color. I need to think big picture wise. Although it doesn't look like too much color, once I have, you know, like all the other colors added on, I think everything is really gonna stand out. Quick little recap again. I just have like this section of this like light baby blue, which I love. I think that looks so good. Definitely give me like winter vibes. And then I changed over to this section down over here. I used like this darker petrol blue. So yeah, there's that one. Now, when it comes to like the brighter colors, like a pink or a yellow, I don't want to use too much because like, look at this. This is really gonna add a lot of color to my project. So right here, when I was working across this last row, I think I only worked like 6 or 7 inches with this like yellowy mustard shade. And then I decided to call it quits because as it is, I feel like the yellow pops a lot. It's gorge, but you know, we don't want it to look too crazy. So the really fun thing is like, I'm gonna try to very slightly adjust the shade of the coat to add a little bit more depth. I also picked out this deeper chocolatey espresso brown. So here in the moment, I'm actually gonna swap out this colorway for this one. And I think ultimately it's going to make the panel a lot darker. But that's the fun thing is like when I have a darker section of the panel, I can add in like these brighter pops. And that's what's gonna make the color pop a lot more versus if I were to use like a lighter shade. I don't know if this is making any sense or if it's all just kind of like in my head, but that's where I'm at right now with the creation process. I feel really good about this. I'm really excited, honestly. I would like to add possibly like a collar or like a lapel to the coat. But again, that's a situation for future me. Honestly, we're going with the flow. If I change up my methodology, I'll let you guys know, but I'm having fun. Yeah, I'll try to keep you guys updated as the project progresses.